Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Allie, and me and my husband recently moved off grid and renovated this cabin in the woods of Kentucky. And today I'm getting on here to tell you about our internet. We decided to move here. We had barely any internet. You could barely get 2 bars when you were standing on the corner of the porch and holding your phone in the air and trying to wait for a message to send. And the service was really bad, and we knew that was going to be one of our biggest issues with moving off grid, because we needed to work from home and we needed TV and internet and everything to make this lifestyle work for us. So I started shopping around for what we could do, what we could help. I watched YouTube videos and looked online, and we came across the WeBoost. So WeBoost is a signal booster, so it's going to boost the signal on your cell phone. We bought this with our own money way ahead of time. We didn't know if it was going to work or not for us, but it was really our only option, and we wanted to try it out. So I recently reached out to WeBoost to ask them to do a little partnership together and sponsor a YouTube video for me to talk about WeBoost. So we bought this with our own money, and I would never lie to you guys, and I'm so excited about this partnership because it's my first sponsored video, and I really love YouTube, and I'm looking for different ways to make money on here to make this work for us. So thank you, WeBoost, for partnering with me, and I'm so excited. Dylan and I were jumping for joy when we got the email back. And so all of these are my true opinions. I actually have a previous video on the WeBoost before our sponsorship, and my opinion hasn't changed. But the difference is we've actually lived here a little longer, and we've lived here through winter, through ice storms, through snowstorms, through windstorms, and our WeBoost has never let us down. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our WeBoost and how we use it and how we set it up. So we decided to go with the home room WeBoost, which is a budget option. It was one of the cheapest options available, and that was for around 200 square feet to like 1,000 square feet. Our cabin is only around 400 square feet in the front area, and then the bathroom and the mudroom add around probably 100 square feet onto the back. And so we went with the budget option just because we had a small area to cover. So we went with the home budget option because it was the cheapest and it covered the amount of area that we are currently living in. So it seemed perfect for us. So what was included is we're putting together our WeBoost. So it comes with the modem. This is a little indoor antenna, and then this is the outdoor antenna. And it comes with 2 30-foot cables. There's one and there's one. And all the brackets to mount it outside. It comes with an antenna. They give you, I think, 60 feet of cable to run from your antenna into the house. The antenna runs into a little WeBoost box that has the different lights on it to let you know if it's working or not. And then the only other piece is a little antenna that you plug in to your WeBoost in the house that is like a signal booster to shoot it out within the house. It was so easy to set up. Before we actually installed the antenna, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but before we actually installed it, we could just plug it in and hang the antenna on the door, and it would already increase our signal. We could watch YouTube videos, we could watch Netflix, we could make calls, FaceTime, any of that. It worked perfectly from your phone, and it immediately boosted our signal. So like I said, we had like 2 bars, no LTE, when we were standing in a certain part on the porch, and it went from that to having full bars and LTE, and you could do anything you wanted just by plugging in the WeBoost. Like, that's all you had to do, is just plug it in and hang up the antenna. Installing your antenna. All you have to do is find your nearest cell phone tower, so you can look it up on the internet. Ours, we knew where it was because we always drove by it, so we had to point our antenna near the road. So being the crazies we are, we wanted to get the best cell phone signal possible, and I didn't really want the antenna to be hanging on the house because I didn't want to see it, although it is a pretty sleek design. It's just a white box, and it's not like ugly, and it doesn't have prongs or anything like that. But we live in a valley, so we were worried about that. And so what we did was we put ours in a tree just to make sure we were getting the best cell phone signal possible, which is a little crazy. So I'll cut to a clip here of how we got our antenna in the tree. It's coming down. That little bit of heaviness definitely helped. No? You got lucky. Yeah, so we used a bow and arrow and we shot it over a tree branch and we lifted our antenna into the tree, and that's where it's been ever since we put it up there. We've had some crazy storms. We got like major ice storms in Kentucky this year, snowstorms. The wind has been crazy, and through all of that, we've never had any issues with our WeBoost. It's always worked. The signal's never like gone down or anything. We had an ice storm where our solar panels were covered in like 3 inches of ice. Like, it was a major ice storm, and it never affected our WeBoost, which I'm so surprised by because that seems like it would be a normal occurrence, but we've never had any problems with it. So the WeBoost is just to boost your signal, your cell phone signal. For our internet, we use an AT&T business hotspot, which runs off of the WeBoost signal. It runs off of your phone signal. So in order for our internet to work, our WeBoost always has to be working. We've now lived here for about 3 months and we've never had any issues. We also used it through the whole reno process, which was like 9 months long, and we've never had any issues with it. I really love it because it was just so easy to set up. Anyone could set it up. We ran our wire from the tree down through the ground. We just buried the wire in a conduit, and then we drilled a little hole, put it into the house, and plugged it in. And also, what's great, because we live off grid, and it only takes like around 5 watts or something like that to run it. So we have it on all the time, and we don't have to worry about it taking up too much energy. Also, what's great is the WeBoost works with all phone providers. So whether you have Verizon, AT&T, it doesn't matter what your phone provider is, it will work with anyone. So it just boosts the signal. It works with 3G, 4G, and 5G plus LTE, which is great because we use it we watch Netflix. That we only use streaming services for TV. We don't have cable or anything, and we never have any issues with it. And it just blows my mind. Like, we live in the middle of nowhere. If you haven't watched our videos yet, I'll show you where we live now, I guess, because that's important. So this is my view sitting, taking this video. I'll show you where our WeBoost is too. We just live in the middle of the woods with nothing around, and we live in a valley. So in front of us is this hill, and behind us is another major hill. So you think it'd be really hard to get phone service, but our WeBoost is up in this tree. So I'm sure WeBoost wouldn't suggest this, but this is how we did it. We're a little bit crazy, but here is our WeBoost setup. So in this PVC pipe, it's ran 60 feet into the air, and it's tied onto that bridge. Right there's our WeBoost. And it just hangs up there. It's pointing towards the nearest cell tower, which is right over that way somewhere. And then the cord is ran into the ground up into the house. So our cord is just drilled through the wall, and then it runs right into our WeBoost, which is right here, and it's just hanging on the wall. This is actually behind our mirror, and we just secured it there. This is the same wire that's attached to the antenna, ran all the way in the house, plug it into that, and then this is plugged into this little antenna here, which just boosts the signal in our room, and it's so easy. And then we just plug in the WeBoost. So it's a super, super simple setup. So they also have WeBoosts for your vehicle. They have them for larger homes if you need more space covered. They have all different types, but this one is the one we used, and we've had no issues with it so far. It's been a lifesaver out here because without it, we wouldn't have any internet connection or phone signal to make calls or anything like that. So if you're living in an area, it could be a rural area, it could be off-grid, it could be you're a van lifer. WeBoost is definitely a solution to not having internet service or phone service. We've loved our experience with them. I know a lot of you have asked how we get internet out here, and this is how we do it. I wanted to wait until I got this video all together, and I have used it through all the hard times and the seasons and the ice and the snow until I gave you an honest review. But we love our WeBoost, and I'm so happy we found something that would work for us. If you have any comments or concerns or questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you're wondering what we do on this YouTube channel, we're just living in the woods, living off grid in Kentucky. We've got gardening, we're doing projects, home projects, renovations, everything like that. We have solar power, we have rainwater catchment system, and just living life, figuring it out one video at a time. But thanks for being here, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day.